So the government in Nepal wanted to restrict the youth, the society, simply because they were exposing the 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 incredibility of their bellies that they are feeding.
That's the problem with South Africans. You can poke them and take it to, next level poking. They will never make a move. They always expect that a Mandela will come and a Messiah will come and lead the revolution.
Just like in Paris. If you look at Paris, Paris is hell. Some will tell you because of immigrants that are there.
I don't believe that a person, after just coming out of depression, they must, reproduce, because I feel like their DNA, their nervous system is still captured within,
that trauma.
Yeah, within that trauma, and they can pass that trauma to the next person. That's how you have kids that are just, naturally anxious. Nothing has triggered them. South African youth operate much more better when they are consuming alcohol.
They dance better, they make more. Youth in Nepal decided to protest after a social media ban was imposed on all social media. Reason why it was imposed, because they were saying Nepal changed the communication rules, so they were expecting WhatsApp, YouTube, Facebook, and what to abide by those laws, by those changes within 7 days.
What is the context of the laws? What is the disadvantage to young people that can make them to take it to the street?
The thing is, that's what they are saying was the cause of the strike. The actual cause was youth used that medium to share about the corruption. So the big guys were, it's too much
power,
too much expose online, so we're switching off telecommunications. And then the strike erupted.
Yeah, that looked like the Arab Spring. If you remember the Arab Spring, the way it erupted, like the government was not expecting it. They were so shocked, and that only proves like the power of people, young people, old people all together. Generally, when they come together, they do amazing things. And all these things that we usually complain about online, about government corruption, abuse of power, and so many things, we can challenge them in a day only if we stand together and have that collective agenda, and say we are tired.
Certainly. Nepal is an independent country that is situated in the South Asia region. It forms borders with neighboring countries on the northern side, like China and India. And when you look at their previous politics activities, they are a country or a people or a nation that stood firm in what they believed in previously, even if you check their history. So looking at Asia and their customs when it comes to too much freedom, when it comes to this conglomerated bourgeoisie, social status, they don't familiarize themselves with such, especially the people who are in power. So that led to the youth erupting with what is originally within their genes of being firm as a nation and going forward and attacking them head on. That is just the first for Nepal. It will spread out. If you remember very well, you once did an interview with Dr. Melusi Mncube. He spoke about the revolution that will come, where youth, even younger than we thought, they will erupt and make sure that they penetrate wherever they feel fit that it needs some fixing. So the government in Nepal wanted to restrict the youth, the society, simply because they were exposing the 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 incredibility of their bellies
Yeah.
that they are feeding. They are
Tell
feeding
me.
their belly.
Yeah, Theo, tell me, do you have an idea of a scenario like that happening in South Africa and what would possibly happen? Like, who's
what
the
would
minister
trigger?
of
Communications.
communications and Soli?
Skumbulu Mchabeni, I think.
No, no, no,
in
no,
the
no.
in the presidency.
No. It's Solima
Mapaila.
Mapaila, ne?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the one who's heading, even pushing the agenda of TikTokers in South Africa to get paid as a minister. But they're also dealing with the regulation of media platforms such as the podcasting industry. So my question is that by the time they come up with the regulation and it doesn't work for content creators in South Africa, do you think something like that can happen? Maybe not to the extent of overthrowing the government, but do you think the youth will stand up and be like, no, that regulation
not this
doesn't speak
one.
to us?
If you take a look at how South Africa glues itself, especially from the high position of government, how they glue the country is they want to see exposure first of something, then they counter attack that field so that it can benefit them and their interest. It's the same thing that happens in Nepal. It's just that there it's a different field. So now in South Africa, it's a thing of, if you take a look at what's been happening in the first week of September, second week going there, SARS has issued numerous statements of what will be obligation and stood upon when it comes to
Influencers.
You get me? So it's been on talks. I'm pretty certain it's been on talks with the government, even though we don't know. But they are aware. So they want to start it there and evaluate it so that they can take it further to a point whereby they regulate everything. Your social media platforms.
But that's not going to
everything.
work, though.
Yeah, but it won't even incite that much.
It's not going to work,
protest.
but they want to restrict so that there's no intensified exposure. Right now, social media is the cause of rage and socioeconomic issues that are intensifying by the day. You get me? Simply because of social media, it has an immense activity on that.
Sure.
Now, the unfortunate thing is they are going to do it to make sure that they suppress even people who are using it for the right. So they just want to make sure that the expose and the narration of the movement, it's not on their negative side. So they benefit on it regularly. But here's the thing. If you are a South African, especially in the youth stages, and you are conscious, you are aware of yourself as a black person and a black child, it has crossed your mind at some point that we may have a revolution.
Yeah, it's highly
We
possible
just
in this
don't
case.
know when. But
And
we
what's
may
gonna
have
trigger
a
it.
revolution, and we don't know what's going to trigger it.
Do you think it's a South African thing or it's a global thing?
It's a global thing, but right now we are categorizing it simply because countries don't function in the same fashion, and they don't operate in the same fashion. We have just like in Paris. If you look at Paris is hell. Some will tell you because of immigrants that are there. They're the ones who are penning the city whenever there's social sports activities, stuff like that. They just do it for fun because they're immigrants and what's so not. But we don't know to what extent. In South Africa, we've never had such a thing. So we do not know to what extent may it happen and what's going to trigger it. So, yeah.
Into zotrigara possibly. See that social grant. Mabanga cut social grant. People are gonna get bazo disturb kancane. Including social grant would be RDPs.
What about RDPs?
If the system of issuing out RDPs is stopped because they say, okay, we don't
there's
have
no
any,
system. According to
we
me,
don't
the
have
way I
any
peep
funds
it, there's
anymore
no
to
system.
carry this duty on, so we are cutting by 80-70% a lot of people are going to strike because now there's a whole lot of people that don't have enough income to purchase a house. We all have the right to a roof above our heads. Now, since not everyone is going to receive a RDP, is gonna be a problem eventually.
But think about
Even
it.
the healthcare.
There are more pressing issues. Think about it. There are more pressing issues right now.
Yeah,
that
for
are-
people
that
to
are-
be worried about.
Yeah, like for instance, we've got a lot of graduates that come out of the university and not
don't have
yeah
places
don't
to
have
go.
employment opportunities, right? So for me, when I think about it, I saw a post that says South Africans are not angry enough.
Yeah.
And I think that's the problem with South Africans. You can poke them and take it to, next level poking. They will never make a move. They always expect that a Mandela will come and a Messiah
lead the
will
revolution.
come and lead the revolution. People like Julius Malema and other popular people that are in the politics. That's why they come and leverage these spaces, because they know that South Africans need a savior. So
Yeah.
they always come
We
and
need a
act as
trigger
a
in
savior.
this
So,
case.
but here's the point I'm making, Sku. The point I'm making is that what will it take for South Africans to actually be angry enough and be like, enough is enough about this issue? We want our government to be accountable. Because think about it, we've got pressing issues. Think about the Zondo Commission, for instance, right? The
That
Zondo Commission,
Chipama 5.
all the recommendations that were made by Justice Zondo,
And the team.
none of those recommendations have been implemented. None. Remember that book? It was like 2 of them,
Yeah.
this size, right? And then we're still heading to another commission again.
Out of
So for me, South Africans don't really care. They just need someone who can stand up for them. And unfortunately, I think we've run out of messiahs.
Hey guys, did you know Oguti, apparently Kari 24 September?
Yeah, it's
There's,
Heritage Day,
Yeah, there's a youth protest that is being.
organized by who?
Who exactly? I'm not sure, but it seems like it's moving. It's gaining traction.
It's about what?
As to what exactly are they fighting for?
Yeah.
I haven't really researched that far, but I see what things are moving. They're saying.
Where are you seeing this?
TikTok.
No, what are you
So
laughing
it
at? I
seems
want to
like
hear.
they are
We have a
congregating
serious
people.
problem. Yeah, Theo is laughing.
They are congregating people in the Union Buildings PTA. Cape Town, same thing. In Jaws, it's going to be Cornhill. So they say people must wear black, carry water just in case there's tear gas. Don't
But what
don't
are
record
we-
on the day. Ama location wako. Hide the people that you hide the faces of the people
South
that you are
African youth
recording.
won't do it. You see, I'm wearing black now.
Hey, what's the poison?
They
we are
won't do
color
it.
coordinated.
No, they won't do
Oh
it.
my god.
No,
Oh,
yeah,
sure.
I'm not being negative, ne?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gauging from what I know when it comes to
protest,
the behavior of South African youth.
Mm.
We come from student movements in varsity,
Yeah.
where we would actually force learners to come out of class
Yeah.
and to attend a protest, and this is a peaceful protest on campus, right? That is authorized by the management, but still they wouldn't do it.
And the way
You know,
those ended.
biologically, I think, because biology also is very strong. That's why I don't believe that a person, after just coming out of depression, they must, reproduce, because I feel like their DNA, their nervous system is still captured within,
within that trauma.
Yeah, within that trauma, and they can pass that trauma to the next person. That's how you have kids that are just, naturally anxious.
Yeah.
Nothing has triggered them. As you're looking at them like kids,
it's
you can see
DNA
it's very
related.
scared, like scared of other kids, scared of interacting and all of that. That's because the duplication, the DNA itself came from a person who was also captured by that kind of a frequency. So my thing is, when you look at South African youth, you are looking at a youth that came from the parents that were so much subjected to violence, and especially when it comes to protest. Like, during apartheid times, if you go around with your bruise here trying to raise voices against the government and public officials, you get arrested, you get beaten, sometimes you even get killed. So I think it's still pretty much within our DNA. That's why we are pretty much afraid to even challenge the government to that extent.
That's why.
Oh,
That's why
nice.
nowadays
Now I get
Yeah,
you.
you get my
Now I
point.
get you.
the protests that continuously happen in South Africa, regardless of what their objectives are, they are similar. People are out there not to protest for the real gems of the matter. They are there to have fun and remember their childhood and just do crazy stuff. That's within the South African people's DNA. That's what they protest for. They have fun. Some of them they drink. Like, you get me. Would you call going to a tavern, getting 2 beers and coming back and protest? You're protesting like for a serious
But I do
matter.
feel like South African youth.
Boycott.
They are
it.
Yeah,
not
but,
there.
but I do feel like South African youth because they drink, right?
Yeah.
It's
So maybe
it's
Even
not a,
their elders. I'm not even simulating it to even
the
their
youth
elders.
alone.
it's not
Whenever
something
they-
that is a secret. We know South African youth, they are addicted to alcohol.
And
you
they party
understand?
a lot.
Yes,
Yeah.
and they party a lot.
So maybe that's what
But
the trigger.
no, but let me-
Abavali ubumnandi sibone.
they
Bacima
did that.
ama-concerts,
They
sibone.
did that during COVID.
Mara besiphuza still. So mabavale notshwala sibone ukuthi uzoyenza.
Yeah, that's the thing. There are certain industries you can never really fully regulate them. Like if you start to say alcohol, we stop selling alcohol at maybe
o'clock.
8 o'clock.
PM.
Alcohol will still be in the streets, bruh, by 10.
Those are
Like it or not,
externalities, just
those are
like
products that
cigarettes,
move,
yeah,
whether
they're
you like it or not. It's like
externalities.
drugs, though.
Yeah.
Actually, it is drug.
It is,
It's just
it
it's a
is.
legal drug. You understand? So when you're starting to regulate it, you are making it illegal, giving it even more power to move.
operate.
You know, think about how cocaine moves around. You know,
Jaws.
with all of this regulation. So for me, that wouldn't work. But what I wanted to say is that South African youth operate much more better when they are consuming alcohol.
They dance better. They make more. viral
Listen
videos
to me. Listen
better.
to what I'm saying.
No, I agree
Is
with
that what
you.
you are saying?
I agree with you. No,
Listen
I
to me.
concur. I concur.
And listen to what I'm saying. I'm
They
making a
function
point.
to
here.
their fullest when they're
Yes, they're more
intoxicated.
creative. They're more. I mean, if you go to
outgoing, they're more willing.
yeah,
Yeah.
if you go to Bram, for instance, where there's a
Yeah,
lot of students,
true, yeah.
lots of young people there. They're coming from
are
all
intoxicated.
different parts of South Africa. Well, some are coming from Joburg and all of that.
sure.
But it's a hub, right?
It's a hub.
It's a hub for
You're
young
right.
people, we know,
Yeah.
and they're students, they're
Yeah.
studying. Those that are not studying, they probably have finished their,
Studies.
academic years.
working.
Yeah, probably a year ago, 2 years ago. They are young professionals. You understand? They are in the creative industry. When they meet there, the only time they are mostly effective is when they
they're
are
consuming.
they are here,
Yeah.
they're drinking something, they're having creative ideas and all of that. So they get motivated, when they consume alcohol. So I'm saying maybe it's going to be a controversial one, but I do feel like that kind of motivation will come from that particular youth that is pretty much consumed by the alcohol industry. No, think about it.
Okay.
I'm telling
okay,
you.
Okay.
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay.
I hear you. But
Okay, let's close this one because you don't get my point. It's fine.
No, I do get your point. I agree with
Bazo
you. That's
revolt
why I'm
abantu.
not even.
I'm not saying
dismissing
people
what
must
you're-
go and drink alcohol and all
True.
of that. No.
True, but then it's a common trade, bro.
Yeah, it's
I
there.
used to go to school in Pretoria. So
Yeah.
in Pretoria, during the day, you get into a mini club. They sell chips on the other half, fizzy drinks, food, whatever.
And
then the other half, it's a full-blown tavern. It's dark inside. Your access inside, you need to produce a student card.
Yeah.
Then you enter, you buy alcohol, you drink during the day.
Damn.
So I'm not even gonna dispute it. You are
Hey, the kids-
100% correct.
The kids
While we are on
stressed
the
about-
while we are on the topic of the youth, and I didn't even take time to actually welcome our
That's
our
insane.
viewers.
Hey.
I know we are almost mid episode, but I would love to take this time to just welcome you guys. This is Break It Down Mondays. My name is Elvis Mulifi Molf. I am with Theo M as well as Skumbuzo. He's in the background there. You hear him raising a couple of points and also taking us through some of the background that involves Nepal. The incident that actually took place during the week where the youth was protesting. But I want us to
And
move
the-
to
before you move, the youth was shot at, and some of the youth
Yeah,
died
yeah.
actually.
probably
So
about, I think, 11.
I don't think we are ready for
Yeah.
such as yet. We did.
Yeah.
There were injuries that were sustained during the Fees Must Fall protest,
Of course.
but
But I think
The
Fees
only
Must Fall,
people that died
Fees
by
Must Fall
mistake
also
are by-
got a lot of people scared. You see that thing of being scared? Fees Must Fall got a lot of
Babone
people
lapho ukuthi
scared.
amaphoyisa
Yeah,
aserious.
that's where you saw police. And then also you look at the guys that were prosecuted. Even today, they don't get a chance,
Some.
in the corporate industry, in the political organizations, they are
They're
banned.
blacklisted.
And they are blacklisted and all of that. Look at Bumcebo Dlamini and all of those guys. You know that they will set an example with you. They will pick you out of thousands and thousands of people just to make sure that we've got one person that we can
learn the
demonstrate with.
Sure.
So that
But
the
Mtebo is
masses.
outside in the streets.
Now, of course, he's outside
he's
now, but I
outside.
mean, come on.
He's operational.
After-
He's a kid.
After so much,
Amongst other
after,
things.
Yeah,
after
but
so much
the
torture,
latest he
after so
got-
much backlash.
Expected, considering the fact that it came with the similar amount of what he gave
Activism.
them. You get me?
But that's the
So-
thing. You need a Jesus mindset to operate
Yeah,
like that, and
no,
not a lot of people
what-
have.
Hey, mention something else. You can't say Jesus mindset. I don't know Jesus mindset. I wasn't there. So please.
Topic number
don't
2.
make-
Julius
We close that topic. Topic number 2.
Please.
This one was brought forward by Theo. I want to ask him:
What?
is academic education still relevant in South Africa, or in our lives? Like,
The way it is.
yeah, when you come up with that question, what is in your mind?
What is in my mind? I see it dipping, especially in South Africa. You get a
How?
lot of generations that come and go as they make sure that they equip themselves academically. As it continues, it reaches a point where it lacks. They focus more on the creative side rather than the academics theoretically. Remember, academics in a cliche format, when you say this is education, it's a book, it's a reading, it's school. So in this lifetime, it is slowly but surely depreciating. Even if when you take
Are you talking about the quality of education?
not necessarily the quality of education, everything as a whole,
The system itself.
the system itself, it's deeping. It's deeping.
It
Even
has
if
been.
you go to this Broncodo bourgeoisie schools, your Cure or your Sparks, there's only a smaller portion of the percentage where it's theoretical academics. There's much activities.
So there's more, practical.
So which means there's more quality.
What do you mean quality?
Okay,
Are you speaking?
what is the problem?
Book is. Are we referring to this as quality? Reading a book
And regurgitating the
are
information.
we referring to it as a quality? Even if you check professions, chartered accountants, lawyers, check it from the year 2000 millennium up until right now, if it's appreciating or depreciating.
Okay, here's what I would say, right? Just like what I always say about marriage, that as an institution it's outdated, right?
Yeah.
It needs to be revisited as an institution, and that's why I'm also happy with the current constitutional court ruling, even though I might not be able to take the surname as a man of my wife, but for the mere fact that there is an option to do so, it means that a lot has been considered, and
By who?
by those who regulate. It's fine. I don't want
We'll
us to
get
get
to
into
that.
that topic. We'll do it on the next episode. But when it comes to the educational space, I wouldn't say academic education, should be scrapped away. I would say that
It won't be scrapped away. It's
yeah.
gonna
Should be
scrap
revised.
itself.
No.
It's gonna die a
But it
painful
needs to be
death.
no. We need institutions like that. We need institutions.
I don't dispute
Formal
that.
institutions are very important.
It's
In
not
as
like
much
they're
as,
for
in as much as I haven't really invested a lot in
Yeah.
the academic world. I know a lot of people that did.
Yeah.
People that are doing like your masters,
True.
your PhD, and all of that. Those are smart people. You can hear these are researchers. These are deep thinkers. These are people that really are informed. But however, they are not in touch in terms of the real world. What is really happening practically?
On the ground,
What is supposed to happen is supposed to build a bridge between the institution and the real world, because because the institution itself acts as a research hub,
I can't get.
a lab, but in terms of implementing, you need different people. So there is no
different
bridge.
type.
Yeah, there is no bridge in terms of like connecting academic institutions, which are universities, colleges and all of that, with the real world. That's why corporations now are complaining that universities are producing students or graduates that have no understanding,
Practical understanding of
no,
how to apply
no understanding.
and solve the problems they have.
Yeah, not only from a professional point of view, from a personality point of view, how to deal with people. You are at work.
Or within the workspace.
You're working with people. You need to have interpersonal communication skills. You understand? With those people, they don't. These are kids that like to lock themselves in the room, be isolated, and you don't operate like that in the workspace.
Institutions that are formulated to serve the citizens are being collapsed purposefully. That's why even academia is in a deep crisis. You look at your normal government compounded schools. Let's start there.
Compound.
Yeah, compounded schools. So when you look at those government compounded schools,
That sounds Nigeria.
They are no longer serving. They are no longer serving the purpose that they were meant to serve, especially by the supremacy, which is the government in this instance.
What was the purpose?
The purpose is to make sure that they serve the kids accordingly, make sure they are being educated in the right way. Education, they receive it proper. Means, equipment that they're supposed to use, tools, everything, textbooks and what's not. But they're not getting that. That's why you see, we're going to have a situation where we have substitute institutions.
Such as?
Your Curo, your Sparks.
Okay.
You get me?
Yeah.
So the private sector enters in order to make sure that they confirm exactly what your government did to you. They failed you.
I support specialized schools more than anything, man. Like, if I'm not mistaken, I stand to be corrected. There is a school in Soweto. Can't really tell you where, but
You don't even want to name the school.
I don't want to name the school because, like I said, I stand to be corrected. But I know it majors. It's a high school, but it majors in tourism. So when you think of, he's laughing. No, listen to what I'm saying, dog.
Okay.
Guys, tourism is huge, dog.
Yes, it measures in tourism.
I'm gonna call KG. He's gonna come and tell you more
Yeah,
stuff.
it
I
merges
won't
in
do
tourism.
the justice, but it's fine. Ne?
Sure,
What I was
sure.
talking about is specialized schools. Instead of like generic schools,
That try to teach you everything.
everything,
And you must pass
everything. I prefer specialized schools from as young as high school.
You agree with what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. It's either academics are dipping, then we are opting for alternatives.
But it's
Those
still
are
formal. It's still formal school. It's still
public
formal
as well.
school though.
To
It's
what
still,
extent?
Still under Umalusi.
To-
Still under Department of Education.
just the formality,
But it is-
but the functionality, it's not.
Because let me tell you
formality.
something. If you move in that kind of world where you want to privatize everything, you're going to deprive
That's
a lot
what
of
is
people.
happening in our country. Everything is being privatized. It's
No,
not anything.
not really. We still have good schools that are really government schools, guys. That are
Still
really
public
doing.
schools.
Another school that I went to, brane, I still see it even now.
Give
And
them a young shout
a
out.
lot of people. No, I won't give it a shout out.
Because you know what goes down.
No.
You know what goes down.
Give the
dog.
school a shout
Yo,
out and
you
No, I don't
give
do
me-
that.
give me
I
the
don't call.
shout out.
I don't call out names on the podcast, bro.
Oh.
Okay.
No.
But you can name Bobatanga.
Those who
You
went to
can
school
name
with
other
me, they
people.
know. Yeah, those who went to school with me, they know.
Away.
Yeah, yeah. Laiti Musagera.
Oh
Sure.
my.
But anyway, there are good schools, government schools, bruh, that are really doing good.
How many are they? In what proportion? Bro, we can't be speaking about minority all the time. We're speaking for a larger.
It's a lot, bro.
It's a lot.
Nah,
Don't kid my ass, Elvis.
The route of
Don't.
specializing schools is increasing now. There are more schools of specialization.
It's because our public infrastructure has failed.
And they're
our
using that
people and leaders
as the
have
entry point.
failed us. As victims. I told you, citizens are victims.
So, Mina, like you were saying, Elvis, schools of specialization, good.
Good.
Ikaslami, kona iskela basibiza mandisa.
Mandisa, yes.
They
In Kagiso.
specialize.
Oh, now you want to mention schools.
I think it's not his.
Mandisa.
It's
not
known.
his.
It's known.
damn.
It's
So
who
they
doesn't know
specialize
Mandisa,
Oh,
in-
you
bruh?
don't want to give your school a shout out. You want to mention
Basically.
Mandisa?
Oh, Mandisa.
Tell me about
Yeah,
Mandisa.
so
bruh.
they have the kids that specialize in the mining sector. So
Yeah.
the school's
see,
mandate is to
Skills,
produce
bro.
people that are skilled within the mining sector.
Yeah.
My question is, will we have enough
But it's a formal
jobs?
school.
It's a
It's
public
under
school.
Umalus.
a
It's
public
formal
school.
You
because
see?
it's for you to see that this is formality. Here's the government. We are here. We are standing at the door. But
No.
functionality, chief. Don't tell me about the
Should
elders.
ask
They're not
KP.
doing anything.
But they're doing well, bruh.
They are doing well
they're
in
doing
producing
well for
kids
themselves,
that
but-
pass
Yes.
grade 12, but then
I'm gonna wrap this.
them
this
in
up
them
now.
the kids them in themselves are not emotionally intelligent enough. They do not feel like they're given enough space to and express themselves in manners that show their true selves. They are just being channeled into a field
We are
that might give them a job
Our
in the future.
education system in this 21st century, it's going to raise a generation of people that don't know whether they are going or they are coming.
So should we homeschool them at least? Because it seems like the
Homeschooling is it's a totally a different topic, man. And people speak about homeschooling as if like it's just another option. It's a difficult thing to homeschool, man. You know, if you try homeschooling for like a year, 6 months in, bruh, you will feel that this is a different thing. Like your job, all other things that you're doing in your life will have to stop, and you'll have to focus on this because this is a full-time job. That's why we've got teachers that clock in at 8 and knock off at 5.
So Manjo, with the number of I'm just thinking
I want
solutions.
us to wrap up this topic here
But
now.
with the number of unemployed teachers
1
that
minute,
we have,
yeah.
can't we find a system where we can put them into the private sector where they become tutors for homeschoolers, educators for homeschoolers in particular?
But that then doesn't become a homeschooling. It just becomes an alternate.
tutor,
It becomes like a specific private school kind of
The
a
thing
thing.
is, it focuses more on the learner. It gives the learner more space to actually express themselves,
yeah,
and then
now
pass.
you've got a point, yeah.
Then they pass the whatever assignments, whatever assessments.
Then
they
they're
still
going to
need
freak out when they go outside and see other kids. They're like, ooh, I'm anxious. Ooh,
Ah.
I'm fucking nervous.
We'll have to circumvent
All right.
it one way or another.
Yeah, I guess that's the
Away.
topic maybe we can explore as well deeply, because I think you guys feel strongly about it. So we'll definitely, see how we can include it. But I would love to wrap up this topic now so that we can close this episode. Thank you so much, guys.
Shout out.
Yeah, we've come to the end of the episode, and if you're new here, seeing these faces for the very first time, hearing Skumbuzo's voice for the very first time, it's not only the three of us. We've got a lady, Kat MPH. She's not with us today, but she's also part of the team.
It's spring.
Probably
a hangover or something.
Oh
It's
no,
spring, bro. We don't know, bro.
No,
South
no.
Africans have a tendency of welcoming spring excessively. So
I know. Of
need-
course, yeah.
need
We
to
were
tone
also
it
at
down a bit.
Soweto Festival, but we were
Yeah.
working. We were working. A lot of people were there, but no.
Yeah.
I think it's something really serious. So it's not necessarily that. But yeah, we're here.
Shout out,
Please hit the subscribe button if you're new. If you have subscribed, let's continue this conversation in the comment section. Cheers.
Shout out.
West.